Alright, so I'm out in my garden today. I'm going to be doing a little bit of macro photography, both in the front here, which you can see behind me, and in my back of my house. I'm going to go out and be looking for some insects, butterflies, whatever I can find. So I think I'll be spending some time just observing what I can find, and then going and seeing what kind of close-ups and macro photography I can work on. There's a couple of butterflies just going by right now. Anyway, as you can see, I've got these different salvias and verbenas and all kinds of poppies going on here, and we'll just take a look. Look, there's a swallowtail right there. See if I can get a selfie with that in there. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll be trying to get some things like this. So cool that it showed up right on time for me. And just behind it there's some yellow-faced bumblebee down there. So like I said, I'll be looking around just to see what I can find, and then I'll do some photography. Alright, so today I'm just going to be using my macro 105mm lens, and I've got a Diopter, T6 Diopter, which allows me to get a little bit closer when I focus. This has got two elements in it, so it's got a little bit more quality than some of the single element diopters. This is a Nikon one. I don't think they make it anymore, but you can still get something similar from Canon, or maybe from some third-party lens makers. Anyway, so I'm gonna be shooting things like, I'm going to be looking for some macro stuff in here, or some kind of interesting abstract stuff, and I'll just take you around the garden and look at some of the other things that I've got in there. So, you know, getting in nice and close, find something that's working interesting, and just, you know, looking for something that might work. I found these monarch caterpillars on the milkweed here. They've got a couple of different plants to try, but they're all, for whatever reason, hanging on that one. So I'll grab my camera in a few minutes and see if I can get some good shots. We've got these lupins here, and look, there's a California bee right there. Where's he going? Yeah, last summer I was out in the garden. I found 6 types of bee in about 5 to 10 minutes. So there's quite a lot of stuff around here. So I'm going to try and see what I can find in these lupins as well. There's that bee again, making an appearance. We've got these ladybugs right here. I'm sure there's more. See, I've got an infestation of aphids, but I'm just letting there's more right there. Letting the ladybugs do the work rather than spraying stuff. We haven't sprayed anything in our yard for like 20 years except for some deer repellent. So we have a pretty good variety of things in here. Alright, so I've got my camera set up, I've got my flash on it, I've got my close focus lens. I tend to use the flash when I want to get smaller insects and so on. If I'm doing pictures of flowers or so on, I usually do natural light or a mixture of the two. It kind of depends how much depth of field I want and how fast I need to stop the motion. With insects it's a lot easier with flash to stop the motion. I can shoot it like a 1/60th to a 1/200th of a second. And now I've just got a diffuser right here to diffuse the light into the image. So it's kind of something like this where I'm going to come in. I've found a bunch of insects, some beetles, ladybugs, aphids, a bunch of different bees, and some butterflies. So I'm going to just try and get some shots of those.
I'm colder than the day you met me in the dark. I feel the air around me as it starts to move. I realize I never had that much to lose. Show me you can be more than just my enemy. One day you and me.
Alright, I just wanted to briefly explain the flash setup I have here. It's basically a homemade put together deal. So I've got my main camera here, and then I have this diffuser, and this diffuser is just paper really. So I got some acetate and some paper, like celluloid paper. I just glued it together and cut it out so that it'll be as a flash in front. And then I have this old LumaQuest flash bouncer here. I've had this for like 20-30 years, which just pops on the top here. And I got a little Velcro thing to hold it on. And then I have some cheesecloth here at the front just to start to diffuse the light out. And I actually have a warming filter underneath it, like an 81B type orange filter, just to warm up the flash so it's not at 5500 but more like 4800, something like that. And I just use a rubber band to attach it, so it's pretty simple. It just pops on here under the rubber band, and then I pop it up there using a couple of little clips. And the flash itself is a SB800 Nikon, and I'm just using it in manual. And this costs, the 2 sheets of paper cost like $5 at an art store. This cost me like $10 originally, and this is pennies, right? So yeah, so it's pretty easy to set up and put together, and then I can just use that as a flash with both hands to steady. If I want to take it off camera, I'll do it a little bit differently. I'll have a different diffuser on front, and I can just point it. But yeah, so that's how the flash is set up. Comes off pretty easy, so I can point it with an off-camera thing like this if I want to, if I need to have a different angle. But for walking around in the garden today, I was just using it on the top of the camera. Pretty simple. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope that gave you some ideas for what you can do when you're at home. Go out in the garden, grab a macro lens and see what you can find to shoot out there. You don't always have to go off on a trip somewhere. If you've got any comments, let me know in the comment section below the video, and thanks for watching.